Hello everyone. Let's learn about element-wise operations using series. There are going to be two possibilities. Possibility 1 is going to be applying a specific operator element-wise between a series and a scalar. An example of a scalar would be an integer. Possibility 2 is going to apply a specific operator element-wise between two series. I have a list variable nums here which is storing three integer items. Recall that nums into 3 will create a brand new list object instance where you replicate the items in the original list 3 times. Recall that nums plus 3 is going to throw a type error because it does not make any sense to add an integer to a list. Similarly, nums divided by 3 is going to throw a type error. Let's go through corresponding series examples. I'm going to create the series snum from nums by typing pd.series of nums. Let's go through snum plus 3. That's going to apply the addition operator here element wise between the values within snum series and the scalar 3. So you'll end up with a brand new series object instance which contains the values as 4, 5 and 6 as opposed to the original values of 1, 2 and 3. Snum into 3 is going to multiply 3 to the original series values, so you'll end up with 3, 6, 9. Similarly, snum by 3 is going to divide the original series values by integer 3. Let's go through syntactic sugar example. If I were to say snum plus equal to 2 and display snum, that's going to update the reference within the snum variable with the updated series object instance values of 3, 4 and 5, where you add the integer 2 to the original values of 1, 2 and 3 over here. Let's do a quick recap of the plus operator using two lists L1 and L2. L1 and L2 are storing three integer object instances as 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6. Recall that L1 plus L2 will create a brand new list object instance where you concatenate all of these list items together. Let's go through similar examples using series. I'm going to generate a series S1 from L1, series S2 from L2. Let me go ahead and display the series S1 and S2. When I say S1 plus S2, that's going to apply the plus operator element wise between the two series here. So you're going to end up with a brand new series object instance which contains the values as 5, 7 and 9, which are the sum of the values from the original series S1 and S2 over here. This is really cool. If you were to do the exact same operation using lists L1 and L2, you will have to write a for loop to iterate over the list and then sum up the values to generate a brand new list object instance. Because Pandas supports element-wise operations and Boolean indexing, we can avoid using for loops and we can just write a single line of code to perform S1 plus S2 over here. Let's look at other examples. I'm going to show you S1 into S2. That's going to multiply the individual values within S1 and S2 and generate a brand new series object instance. Similarly, S1 divided by S2 is going to divide S1 values by S2 values over here. Let me show you exponent example. If we say S1 raised to the power of S2 by typing double asterisk, we are going to raise the values in S1 series to the values in S2 series. So you're going to end up with a brand new series object instance where you have the values as 132 and 729. Let me show you an example of a comparison operator. Instead of just using mathematical operators, we could also use comparison operators. I can say S1 less than S2. That's going to create a series which has data type as Boolean. You're going to get all true values because all three values of S1 are lesser than the corresponding values in S2. We're once again going to apply the less than operator element wise over here. Let me show you the result of the greater than operator between S1 and S2. That's going to give you a Boolean series which has the values as false, false, and false. Let's talk about what happens when we apply element-wise operation if we have two different series which have different number of items. I have the first series which contains the values 1, 2, and 3, second one containing the values of 4 and 5. Pandas is still going to be able to apply the plus element-wise operation. It's going to apply the plus operator between the values which match up, and it's going to display NaN, which stands for not a number, for the third value here, because the third value does not have a corresponding value within the second series. The data type for NaN is going to be floating point value, so you're going to end up with float 64 as the data type here. One thing which I missed talking about the division operator, which I want to really quickly mention, is that when you apply the division operator, you're going to get your data type as float 64, which is consistent with applying a division operator in general in Python. When you divide two integers, you're going to end up with a floating point value. Let me go back to the place where we were discussing this particular example. Because you can represent integers using floating point values, you're going to get the data type as float 64 here. Recall that you can store multiple different data types within a list. Here is an example list which is storing strings, Boolean values, integer, floating point value, a list, and another dictionary. I can create a series from it by specifying pd.series of L. Let me go ahead and display as. Series can also store multiple data types. The main observation here is going to be that we are going to get the data type as object, which is generic enough to cover all of these object instance types. Let's talk about how to merge two different series. We are going to use the concat function within the pandas module. So I'm going to specify pd.concat. The concat function takes as argument a list of series which you want to concatenate together into a single series. So you're going to pass the argument as list containing the items as S1 and S2. Let me go ahead and execute the previous cell and the current cell. The concat function is going to take the series S1 values along with the indices and the series S2 values along with the indices, and it's just going to glue those together. Observe that right now we end up with two different values within the series object instance which has the index as 0. So when you try to look up the index 0 using s.loc, because of the ambiguity, you're going to end up getting a series which contains the values as 1 and 4 here. Let's go through an example where this element-wise ambiguity might confuse some of the students. So I'm creating a series S1 from a dictionary which has the key value pairs as A10, B20. S2 is created from another dictionary which has the key value pairs as B1 and A2. Let me go ahead and display S1 and S2. What do you think will happen if I say S1 plus S2 over here? Let's talk about the integer positions over here. First series S1 has integer position 0 for A, and the second series S2 has integer position 0 for B. When you say S1 plus S2, Pandas is going to line up the corresponding indexes and not the integer positions. Whenever there is ambiguity, Pandas will default to index. So you're going to end up with a series where you have the values as 12, which come from the corresponding A indexes 10 and 2 here, which summed up will give you 12. Similarly, you're going to end up with a value 21 for the index B over here. Let me talk about how to insert a key value pair, an index value pair within a series. Inserting an index value pair within a series is going to have the exact same syntax as inserting a key value pair within a dictionary. Recall that you can say dictionary variable name of key equal to value. In a similar way, we are going to be able to say series variable, which is s here, of new index, which is going to be z, equal to the value. Let me type the value as 100 over here. Let me go ahead and display s after inserting the new key value pair. Observe that you're getting a brand new series output as part of the display here, which is coming from line number 4, and that's going to have a new index as z and the corresponding value as 100 over here. The integer position is going to automatically get assigned as 2 here because you already have integer positions of 0 and 1 for the indices a and b. I'll wrap up this video here. In the next video, we are going to learn about Boolean indexing.